Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal Adli bin Muhammad Saidi and I will be your presenter today. And today I'm going to talk about the company background for Sime Darby Berhad Company. Firstly, Sime Darby Company founded in 1910 by William Middleton Sime, Henry Darby and Herbert Mitford Darby. The Sime Darby Company have more than 22,000 employees. The Sime Darby Company also listed as one of the biggest company in Bursa Saham with a net profit of 2.493 billion as at 2022. The Sime Darby Company also have operate more than 19 countries and the main headquarters is actually located in Malaysia. And the Sime Darby Company have four main sectors. Firstly is industrial sectors. Secondly is motor sectors. Thirdly is healthcare sectors. And lastly is insurance sectors. That's all for the company background. Let's move to the vision and mission of the Sime Darby Company. So let's talk about vision and mission about Sime Darby Company. As for vision, the Sime Darby Company is to reimagine sustainable building, living and home ownership of the future through design, construction, technology and lifestyle and to share the concept with people today. So that's for the vision of the company. Let's move to the mission. Okay, we have arrived in mission. Okay, as for mission, there are four missions of Sime Darby Company. Firstly, Sime Darby Company wants to develop a winning portfolio of sustainable businesses. Secondly, to deliver superior financial return through operational excellence and performance high standards. Thirdly, to subscribe to good corporate governance and high ethical values. And lastly, the Sime Darby Company wants to provide an environment for our people to realize the full potential. So, that's all for the mission.
Hi, my name is Gratua Nabiha binti Mahyudin and now I'm going to talk about management approach. But before that, let me explain what is operating segment and FAR570. An operating segment is a component of an entity that engages in business activities from which it earns revenue or incurs expenses including inter-segment transactions, and whose activities are regularly reviewed by the chief operating decision maker for resource allocation and assessing performance, and also for which discrete financial information is available. Now let's move to the type of segment. Sime Darby have two types of segment, which are business segment and also geographical segment. For the business segment, it is consisting of industrial, motors, logistics, healthcare and other business. While for the geographical segment, this include in Malaysia, Great China, Australasia and other countries in Asia. Next, the person who is assigned to make a decision making for Sime Darby Berhad is Dato' Jeffrey Salim Davison, who is also a Group Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Sime Darby Berhad. He is responsible to give a review on the segment report and assessing the performance of the various segment of an entity, deciding on the allocation of resources, making major corporate decisions, and also develop the strategy of the group for board consideration.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Dayana Emilia binti Muhammad Shahirul. I will present about how to reproduce a new segmental report. Firstly, Sime Darby needs to identify the segment according to the definition of operating segments. Each segment is required to be tested using the quantitative threshold test to determine whether the segment is a reportable or a non-reportable segment. There is two types of threshold tests, which is the 10% threshold test and also the 75% threshold test. Next, The segment is reportable if it passed the 10% threshold test, which means the test outcome must be more than 10%. It includes segment's assets, segment profit or loss, and segment revenue. However, if the test outcome is below 10%, it will become non-reportable segment and it will be combined and disclosed as other segments. As for the 75% threshold test, the combined external revenue of identified operating segments must be 75% or more than the total external revenue of the entity to make the segment reportable. Moving back to the 10% threshold test. To calculate whether it exceeds an amount of 10% or not, we need to use the information from segment revenue of Darby for the year ended 30 June 2022. The formula is a total external and inter-segment revenue divided with the total segment revenue, then multiply with 100%. Let me show you the calculation example for the industrial segment. 15,102 divided with 40,504, then multiply by 100%. The result is 35.53%, which is more than 10%. Hence, it is classified as a reportable segment. Therefore, at the end of the 10% threshold test, industrial and motor are the two reportable segments, while healthcare, others, and corporate or intragroup segment are the three non-reportable segments. Moving on to 75% threshold test. After segments have been classified, the external revenue of reportable segments will be divided by the total external revenue, then multiplied by 100%. If the result exceeds 75%, then it is reportable. The result for Sime Darby Berhad is 99.84%, which means industrial and motor will remain as reportable segments. Lastly, this is the new reportable segment for the year ending 30 June 2022. The industrial and motor segment is reported separately, while the three non-reportable segments just now will be combined in one segment as others. Thank you.
Let's take a look what is the advantages of segment reporting. First, it is separating profitable segment for every business that having a different operating segment that will be shown some area that having a profitable and some are which is unprofitable. So we can see that some of Sime Darby Berhad segment give more profitable and some of it is less profitable to this company. Second, it is enhance the transparency of financial report. Since the segmental report is shown in annually, so every external user will be see the segmental report as what manager can see. So there is no fraud between internet and its external user. Lastly, is analyzing company's performance. As we know, segmental reporting will be individual segment for every information. Hence, we can see every segment give a better performance or vice versa. Therefore, it is advantage to have a segmental reporting. However, there are some disadvantages of segment reporting. First, there will be a problem of misinterpretation. The segment information might be misleading by investor and also the external user that read this information. So it give a bad inspiration for the external user to proceed the investment. Secondly, managerial conservatism. The manager can give only provision of their management performance and the company will not see whether it is true or not. Therefore, this circumstance could lead to the misinterpretation and also misinformation. Lastly, the company could lose their competitive advantages. As we know, the company will be shown every details of the company segment in annual report. Hence, the company competitor and also other party could know the weaknesses of the company and also take advantages for their own. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Sabila Firdaus meeting Muhammad Tajuddin. So I will present about the basis reporting of interim report. Some Darby use condense in all their reporting report, which is the basis of interim report is all stated in their quarterly interim report. Secondly, all the report also unaudited and prepared according to FAR570. They have prepared consolidated statement of profit or loss, consolidated statement of comprehensive income, consolidated statement of financial position, consolidated statement of cash flow, and also explanatory notes. For accounting policies, some Darby use FAR5 7, FAR5 9, and FAR5 132, which is they are in one group financial instrument. All the assets are recognized at fair value. And another accounting policies that used by the Sime Darby is FAR5 133, which is earning per share. All the diluted earning per share is similar to basic earning per share, where the group does not have any material potential or dilutive ordinary issue.
Okay, we have moved to the part B of the assignment. I'm going to explain about the types of interim report prepared by the company itself, which is Sime Darby Company. There are two types of interim report, which is the first one is complete set of financial statement. Secondly is condensed set of financial statement. As for Sime Darby Company, they are preparing their interim report by using condensed set of financial statement, and it started on the 1st July 2021. Since Sime Darby Company present their interim report using the condensed set of financial statement, there are three contents that should be present in the interim report. Firstly, each headings and subtotals from its most recent annual financial statement is included. Secondly, using the selected explanatory notes as required by the MFRS 134 interim financial reporting. Lastly, include the basic and diluted earnings per share on the face of the statement of profit and loss and comprehensive income. The Sime Darby Company prepares the interim report by firstly, the consolidated statement of profit and loss, secondly, consolidated statement of comprehensive income, thirdly, consolidated statement of financial position, fourthly, consolidated statement of changes in equity, and lastly, notes to the financial statement.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zuljazmi and I'm going to explain the period for the current and comparative of each statement prepared by Sime Darby. According to MFRS 134 interim reporting for Sime Darby will be measured from 1 April 2022 to 30 June 2022, which is equivalent to quarter 4. The first statement is statement of financial position. The current period is 1 April 2022 to 30 June 2022, which is 3 months, and the comparative is 12 months preceding year, which is from 1 July 2020 to 30 June 2021. Next is statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income. The current period for 3 months is 1 April 2022 to 30 June 2022, and the comparative for 3 months is 1 April 2021 to 30 June 2021. For current 12-month period is 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022, and the comparative for 12 months is 1 July 2020 to 30 June 2021. Next is statement of changes in equity. The current period for 12 months is 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022, and the comparative is also 12 months, which is 1 July 2020 to 30 June 2021. The last one is statement of cash flow. The current period for 12 months is 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022, and the comparative for 12 months is 1 July 2020 to 30 June 2021. The first proposed adjustment is property, plant and equipment. Sime Darby had purchased 20 new computer sets for every department on 31 May 2022. The total amount for the purchase was 8 million ringgit, and the company settled 50% of the total amount, and the balance is to be paid on August 2022. No record has been made in the company's book regarding this transaction. All non-current assets will be depreciated using straight line method on a yearly basis at a rate of 10%. The solution is bank account will be reduced by 4 million ringgit, which is 8 million ringgit times 50%, and account payable will be increased with the same amount. The new equipment carrying amount will be 7,200,000 after deducting the depreciation, and will be added in the SOFP, while the depreciation amounting to 800,000 will be written off in the SOPL. The second proposed adjustment is account receivable. Sime Darby found out that one of its credit customer who owed 8 million ringgit had only been able to pay 3 million ringgit because of the financial struggles on 30 April 2022. After assessing the trade receivables credit risk, the management determined the particular provision for doubtful debt at the end of the accounting period to be 20 million ringgit. No record has been taken into consideration. The solution: the doubtful debt of 5 million ringgit will need to be deducted from the account receivable, thus making the company account receivable lower. At the same time, the doubtful debt will be also debited into the allowance for doubtful debt account. RM 3 million will be received into the bank account, while the closing amount of the allowance for doubtful debt amounting to 20 million will be deducted against trade receivable in the SOFP. This is the ledger showing calculation to get account receivable and allowance for doubtful debt. This is the statement of financial position as at 30 June 2022 before and after adjustment. The PPE will increase by 7.2 million. The bank balance will decrease by 1 million, and account receivable will decrease by 20 million. Meanwhile, account payable will increase by 4 million ringgit. That's it from us. Thank you.